Hello, and welcome to Historical Fiction with Kviatoslav. I've been displaying a few of my historical figurines lately, and I thought I would continue with the Schleich collection of knights here, kind of the second batch, if you say, of the characters. I don't remember exactly what order I bought them in, but more or less these were kind of the second wave of knights produced by Schleich, which I think I've mentioned before is a German company that is still producing now, but no longer produces knights. And these ones were around the early 2000s, early to mid 2000s there. So we'll start off with this one. This one is kind of a heavily armored swordsman there. He would be on the red knights. The earlier knights were divided into two sides, basically. Kind of red knights with fleur-de-lis and blue knights with gold and blue and lions on them. So you can see him. He's really got extremely thick armor there. So quite a cool character, of course. And oops, on the other side, we've got a crossbower here. Another great character there. You can see him with his crossbow and a sword and a large wooden shield for protection there. And one of the things I like most about the Schleich Knights is the extremely high level of detail. As you can see, he's got his quiver with his quarrels or bolts there, and then he's got this device for pulling back the crossbow there. Extremely well detailed. Didn't have to be added at all. No one would think anything of it if they didn't have that device on there, but just adds an extra special level of detail. And then we've got this one. Have to be a little bit careful with this one because I broke his shield off a little while back, and I haven't had a chance to glue it. But this one is with yeah, I like this one quite a lot with kind of a war hammer there. As you can see, it's really nice and can actually twist it there, so we can use the spike instead of the hammer there. And I think he would be a good foe for the heavily armored knight there with this type of weapon. And kind of a interesting helmet there with really limited vision. So quite a nice one. So I'll get him there. So great character. And then I've got a few mounted ones. This one from the fleur-de-lis side was extremely heavily armored horse there, and knight in full armor, kind of more of a Renaissance knight. I mean, by the time the knights were wearing this much armor, it was really all over by that time. Yeah. You can see him, and they do come off of the horses, but not really to any purpose, because he's not one that would do to stand alone really. So he can stand alone, but doesn't look too good there. And then another one, which is on the blue side there, standard bearer there. I really like this one. Again, the level of detail in Schleich Knights is extremely high. As you can see, let's see if I can let it focus there. He's even got his armor in a position where his arm is extended there, in a common riding position there. And he's got his standard, and you can see his face with his visor up and helmet there. As I said, really excellent. I like this one quite a lot. He also can be removed there. Again, looks a bit silly when they're not on the horses there. And one advantage, I would say, of Schleich over the Popo is that their horses are much more proportionate. They're much larger than the Popo horses and much more in proportion to human sizes there. So the riders look much more realistic there. So yeah, so that's a further bit of my collection. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.